Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Channel 43 sports coverage of Chelmsford High School hockey, where the Chelmsford High School Lions is playing the Methuen Rangers. We're coming to you from the Joe Telly Foreman Billerica. I'm Kurt Heinrich, along here with Drew Jenkins and my special guest, Brian Bates, for tonight's coverage, where Chelmsford is undefeated in the Merrimack Valley at 7 wins and no losses. Their last win was against Central Catholic at Merrimack College with a 6-5 win. Now, how do you think the game is going, the season's going so far, Drew?
For Chelmsford, I believe it's going very well. I think they're definitely going to get the NBC title for the second year, not the second year in a row, and hopefully we keep up the good work.
Now, how do you think the season's going so far since you've come back from Fitchburg State?
Well, starting in a quick 7-0 start, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked for a state title again this year. Last year, a good season, but I think they're going to be coming back pretty good this year. 7-0 start, they'll win a lot more.
Now, this year, they have 46 goals for and 21 against. How do you think that really affects the team now? 46 goals for and 21 against.
Well, I think that Chris Jenkins, the goalie, has contributed a lot to this team. Going after that record at Chelmsford High School, and the defense has also been picked up a lot. So, yeah, I'm not shocked by that.
Now, as I tallied out all the goals and assists and totals, is Keith Coyne is leading with 27 points of the season. He's the leading scorer and assist man for Chelmsford, and behind that is Brian Mackerel with 20 points, and also Scott Trahan with 17. How do you think, that's right, how do you think that first line is doing for the Chelmsford Lions?
I think they're doing very well. The problem is that all the other teams are going to have the best defense, so they go on, so try to keep their score.
Now, how do you think the first line's going for the Chelmsford Lions? Keith Coyne, Brian Mackerel, and also Scott Trahan.
A lot of goals scored, as we said, 46. Keith Coyne, magnificent. He has, how many goals?
16 goals and
that's
11
magnificent.
assists.
This whole Chelmsford High School team looks to be fantastic this year.
And now the three goaltenders. Jake Cuneo has 3 goals against him. Jeff Neal has 3 goals against him. And Chris Jenkins has 15 goals against.
Talking about goals, the goalie from Methuen last year, Jason Daigle, just outside of Quebec. So they don't have very goalies to score against.
Now, today's game against Methuen is going to be a very big test for the Chelmsford Lions against Billerica Indians. It's this coming Saturday at the Hallenborg Rink. How do you think they're going to do well against them?
Well, I haven't really seen the Indians play yet, but I'm sure it's going to be a very good game.
Now, how do you think Chelmsford's going to do it against Billerica?
Well, again, also, as Drew said, I haven't seen Billerica play, but from what I've heard from this Chelmsford team, it's going to be a good game, and I think Chelmsford's going to pull it out.
All right, and we're going to take it out to the ice where Chelmsford Lions is hosting the Methuen Rangers, and they're going to introduce the starting lineups for the Chelmsford Lions and also for the Methuen Rangers. This is Kurt Heinrich.
Brian Bates.
And we'll be right back right after this. Yes. Oh, no, just with the orange button. It'll say record.
Tony Bonfiglio. As defense, number 24, Dan Kopreski. As defense, number 11, Kurt Walsh.
I don't know what I was saying. I don't even know.
At left wing, number 25, Tom Julian.
What's the record that the boys going?
At center, number 18, Bob Reddish. At right wing, number 14, Matt Garrett.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jared Heineck along here with Drew Jenkins and Brian Bass for this afternoon's coverage of Chelmsford High School hockey with Chelmsford Lions facing off against Methuen Rangers.
Number 30, Chris Jenkins. At defense, number 16, Michael Carnes. At defense, number 12, Brad Kelly. At left wing, number 15, Brian Mackerel. At center, number 5, Keith Acoy. At right wing, number 19, Scott Trahan. And the rest of the Chelmsford High School Lions.
So we got the first line out there with Keith Acoy, Brian Mackerel,
At this time,
and Scott Trahan with Michael Carnes and
for Miss Melody Makopoulos, a foreign language teacher at Chelmsford High School who recently passed away. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please stay standing for the playing of our national anthem?
And welcome back with Channel 43 sports coverage of Chelmsford High School hockey. This is Kurt Heineck along with Brian Bates and Drew Jenkins for this call game between the Chelmsford Lions and the Methuen Rangers. Now, they had a moment of silence for Melody Makopoulos, who is a Chelmsford High School language teacher who passed away a few days ago. So they had a moment of silence, and plus the...
What a nice gesture by the Chelmsford to do that for her. Very good teacher.
Very good teacher. It's not nice to lose a teacher with she had a lot of great students and a lot of
people.
That's right. It's very heartbroken to lose part of the Chelmsford High School staff. Just like we lost a custodian last year, Frank. Who we lost last year, one of the Chelmsford High School's custodians.
Also, Miss Silver also died.
That's right.
Year, her battle with cancer. So.
So as we start for action here on Cable 43, Keith Acoy with Scott Trahan and Brian Mackerel. As Chelmsford dumps it in by Michael Carnes along with Brad Kelly on defense. In net is Chris Jenkins. They poke it in, and Methuen trying to clear it out. Acoy keeping it in. Kelly battling along the boards, and Methuen clears it out. Backward is Michael Carnes. Carnes looking for Trahan. All the way down to Bonfilio, who is the Methuen goaltender, Tony Bonfilio.
Face-off going to be to the left of Bonfilio.
Bonfiglio.
Chelmsford High School Booster Club is running a 50-50 raffle this afternoon. Tickets are $1 for 1 ticket, $2 for 5 tickets, and $3 for 10.
Oh, we got the
Booster Club.
Michael Curtis line out there with Robinson and Andy Galpin.
Jay Ryan also.
That's right, and Bruce Lindstedt. Around the boards, Galpin. All the way up for Robinson. Robinson down on the right wing side. Shot blocked. Michael Curtis. Robinson's backhand saved by Bonfiglio. Bonfiglio, sorry.
Nice cover-up save. Face-off going to be the left of the goalie now.
Chelmsford undefeated at home right now at 2-0 here at the Forum. And 1-0 at Skate 3. Quick shot by Curtis around the boards. Galpin trying to keep it in. Bruce Lindstedt does around the boards. And here goes Methuen, but Jason Ryan clears it back in. Chelmsford trying to get a quick change. They're using quick changes here. And they clear it. No icing, they wave it off.
Third line out with, looks like Greenwood, Hajar, and
They got Brian
Carnes.
Carnes. The play's called offsides. We got 13:31 remaining here in the first period with no score.
Chelmsford's offense is coming up big here in the first 2 minutes of this game.
Well, Coach Jack Fletcher's trying to use less time for each line, so they'll at least have a rest, rather than leaving them on there for a minute. A minute is too long a little bit.
Greenwood with it, puts it on the other side of the blue line, and it travels along the boards behind the net. Kept in by Hajar. Greenwood crushing Claire. And Carnes to Hajar.
And Hajar keeping it in. Back for it is Brian Carnes. Brian Carnes. And Methuen trying to keep cleared out. They do. Brad Kelly with Michael Carnes. And Kelly dumps it right on Bonfiglio and ties it up as it bounces up. And he almost got a delay of game call.
First line out. Strahan and Coyne and Mackerel. Coyne with it, puts it behind the net. Mackerel to it. Mackerel flips behind the net now. And Brad Kelly can't stop it along the blue line. Mackerel to Coyne. Coyne on the other side. Keeping it. He puts on some stick handling and passes it out to the point. Mikey Carnes has a shot and it goes, gets saved.
And Cody dumps it in for Methuen, picked up by Brad Kelly. Brad Kelly off from Mackerel, tips it off the boards for a Coyne. Over the line, he's checked upon the boards. And Trahan on the attack. Methuen trying to get something going, but Jason Ryan prevents him from doing that. Up for Mackerel for a Coyne. A Coyne has it. Quick shot. Score!
Oh, what a shot.
I don't think Trahan touched that, but he might have. I think it went off a Methuen defenseman though.
Chelmsford offense dominating so far in this first period.
The first line always dominates in every game. That's why Jack Fletcher likes to use the first line. First line's always good for the hockey team.
Yep.
Galpin from Michael Curtis.
Goals scored by number 5, Keith Coyne.
Keith Coyne.
Number 2, Andy Galpin, and number 4, Kevin McCarthy.
You can't say enough about Keith Coyne.
3 minutes and 30 seconds.
So Galpin and McCarthy assisting on the Coyne goal. So Chelmsford leads 1-0 with 11:13 remaining here in the first period. And Jason Ryan, and they got an offsides call. Faceoff will be outside of the line with Michael Curtis with Andy Galpin and Robinson. As
Galpin behind the net, and Robinson trying to get it, he gets shipped up. Curtis doing behind their own net, it's put in front. Methuen trying to clear it out, and either they do.
Methuen's trying to battle to get a shot on. Here goes Michael Curtis.
Gets it over the net.
Backford is, and stolen by Methuen. Shot saved by Jenkins. And Robinson backhands it out. Robinson contains the puck, dumps it in. They're gonna get a quick change here. Rick Hajar line is out there with Brian Kahns and Garrett Greenwood. And Hajar in the corner, looking for some help. Greenwood. And Brian Kahns is right in front of the net. Right in front, Hajar. Backhand goes in front of the net. And Jason Ryan couldn't keep it in. Here goes Bellevue.
Nice
who was tripped up, but and looks like Methuen will be going on their first power play. And they're going to get a tripping call.
I think that was on Jay Ryan.
So Methuen will go on a 1:30 power play. Their first of the afternoon here at Joe Telly Foreman, Bill Ricca. Chelmsford's penalty killing has been exceptional so far this season. They've only let up like 2 or 3 goals on their penalty killing. Keep the coin out there with Brian Maccarell, Brad Kelly, and
on number 21, Jason Ryan. 1 minute
and they got
nice save.
Oh,
nice save there by Chris Jenkins.
It was a pad save, it got deflected up, and he just kind of caught it. Face-off going to be to the left of him now.
only 13 seconds ticked off of that power play. And Brad Kelly around the boards. Methuen on the power play. Shot saved by Jenkins. Out in front, and Maccarell shoots it all the way down. They got less than a minute on the power play. Oh, and stolen by a coin. In front, Maccarell, shorthanded bid. And Methuen trying to clear it out. Over the line, but broken up by Kelly. Good defensive play. And Chelmsford clearing it out. Good penalty killing so far by Chelmsford. Brad Kelly clearing it out. Methuen clearing it back in, wide of Jenkins. Brad Kelly around the boards, but Methuen keeping it in. They got a one last shot here as they got 15 seconds left. Broken up by Lindstedt. Lindstedt trying to clear it out. And that'll almost do it on the power play. Over the line, Maccarell. Behind the net, Maccarell looking for Trahan. Back for Lindstedt, quick tipped wide. Maccarell in front, broken up by Methuen. Back for Lindstedt. Lindstedt's shot deflects and up into the net. Good penalty killing by Chelmsford. What do you think so far?
It's been a very fast-paced game. It's been basically in Chelmsford's favor, except for that one penalty. But they still use the penalty, well, not to their advantage, but they chose their penalty killing lines wisely.
Well, we got the Michael Curtis line out there. Quick shot saved by Bonfiglio. Bonfiglio with the tie-up. We got 7:51 remaining here in the first period.
Methuen can't get anything going, it seems, on offense. Puck seems always to be in their
Quick
zone.
shot goes wide. Michael Carnes back at the point. Back for Robinson. Robinson in the corner from Michael Curtis. Curtis being checked along the boards in front. Robinson's shot. Saved by Bonfiglio. Rebound. Oh, and Robinson had that open corner. McCarthy keeping it in. Right in front. Robinson's second shot saved by Bonfiglio. Michael Carnes could not keep it in. It's going to be offsides as McCarthy couldn't keep it in. Robinson had that open corner, but he shot it wide. Great opportunity for Chelmsford. Once again, they would have been up 2-0. But the shot goes wide. Chelmsford keeping great pressure in the Methuen end. And tie up by Jenkins. That was a quick shot.
7:17 left in the first period.
Score 1-0 in Chelmsford's favor.
Well, we got Rick Hajar's line out there with Brian Carnes and Garrett Greenwood. Brian Carnes trying to bring the puck up, dumping it in. Right on Bonfiglio. Michael Carnes shot. Saved by Bonfiglio in front. And almost
That net was wide open. Yeah.
Shot goes wide by Ryan. Rick Hajar in the corner, but Brian Carnes picks up the puck behind the net. Greenwood in front for Hajar.
Goal!
And they got it. Rick Hajar.
Chelmsford simply dominating here in the first period. Methuen can't seem to get anything going.
6 minutes 47 seconds left to go in the first period. The score is now 2-0. Chelmsford is leading.
That was from Greenwood, wasn't it? Greenwood behind the net in front for Hajar. I think that was Greenwood from Carnes.
That's his first goal of the season.
That's right.
The Chelmsford goal, scored by number 8, Rick Haja, assisted by number 11, Brian Carnes, and number 22, Garrett Greenwood.
Right in front.
Goal, 8 minutes and 13 seconds.
And Michael Carnes keeping it in. Shot deflected wide in front.
Chelmsford now with their first line out on the ice with Coyne and Mackerel and Trahan. Puck's cleared out of the off the playing surface.
Well, we got a good crowd on hand here at the Joe Tully Forum. All the Chelmsford fans and all the Methuen fans.
The way Chelmsford season's going so far, I'm not that surprised.
And back for it. Michael Carnes trying to step it in. And a coin. Back for it. Broken up by Methuen, clearing it back in. Brad Kelly off of Michael Carnes. Carnes for Trahan. Trahan on the boards for a coin. Broken up by Methuen, but Trahan trying to clear it back in, but Methuen keeps on clearing it out. Michael Carnes clearing it in. Around the boards, and Mackerel in front, but missed there by Scott Trahan and Keith the Coin. And tied up by Chris Jenkins with 5:35 remaining here in the first period.
Methuen changing their line now.
Well, Methuen has beaten Chelmsford in the past. I think they beat them last year, and I think when Daigle was playing net.
Yep.
And Jason Ryan checking the play. Robinson and shots goes wide. And Methuen clearing it out. Bellevue shot wide of Jenkins. Picked up by Ryan. Ryan around the net. And Galpin too far ahead of Michael Curtis, but regained by Galpin. Galpin clearing it in. And Methuen around the boards. And Curtis keeping it in for Galpin. Galpin. And back from McCarthy. McCarthy shot deflects. Rebound by Robinson trying to stuff it in, but couldn't. Back for Ryan. Ryan backhands it in for Galpin. Galpin hooked up on the play. And Methuen clearing it out. Jenkins just ties it up as he was. As one of the Methuen players just came in right on Jenkins and put snow right in the helmet.
But Jenkins got some revenge and hit his ankle rather hard with a stick. Player went down, but I'm not sure if he was faking it to draw a penalty.
So we're going to get a penalty here. I think it's going to be on Jenkins.
Looks like it is one on Methuen too.
So we're going to get matching penalties. As the whistle was blown and Methuen just came in and...
It's a nice takedown by Jenkins.
Oh, yeah.
Good form.
And this is going to be his, I think, his second penalty of the whole year.
It is.
Last one was at Wallace Civic Center.
We had a replay of that.
Yep.
So he was Garen on the ground. Down on the ice.
That was a good shot by Brian Williams, the cameraman for us. Great crew on hand for today's game against Methuen. And Chelsea clearing it out. Greenwood on the attack. Greenwood clearing it in.
Oh, they just had a bid for a third goal.
And Methuen over the line. Trying to get something going, but ridden off by Carnes. Actually, Chelsea's on the power play. They got 5-on-4. Actually, 5-on-5, though. Score!
Oh!
Rick Hajar.
Rick Hajar with the second goal of the
shot.
game.
What a shot.
He's turning on the Jets tonight.
3 goals in 1 period. I'd say that's very impressive.
And we have a replay. Then that was the goal by Hajar.
His second.
That was from Greenwood, I think it was.
Second goal of the game, second goal of the season.
Nice play by Greenwood.
And backward is Jason Ryan. Across for Lindstedt. And here goes Macarell clearing it in wide of Bonfiglio. Oh, broken up by Macarell. Macarell. Back for Ryan. Tips goes wide of Trahan. Trahan tipped that one wide. But broken up, here goes a coin. And it's going to be offsides. 3:45 remaining. We're going to try to get the results here from the scoreboard officials.
3:45 left in the first period. 3-0 Chelmsford over Methuen.
Methuen penalty on number 14, Matt Garen, 1 minute and 30 seconds for unsportsmanlike conduct. Chelsea penalty on number 30, Chris Jenkins, 1 minute and 30
A coin over the line. Tripped up, but no call.
to Andy Delta. Time of the penalties, 10 minutes and 19 seconds.
Back for Jason Ryan. Around the board for Linton.
Chelmsford goal scored by number 8, Rick Haja, assisted by number 12, Brad Kelly.
Actually, that was assisted.
10 minutes and 51 seconds.
That was assisted by Brad Kelly.
Nice save at the other end by Methuen goalie Bonfiglio.
So Chelmsford leads 3-0 with 3:08 remaining here in the first period. And Methuen clearing it out.
Brad
John
Kelly.
Steinman's out there for the first time in this game.
He didn't get to make it out last game.
And a hit there on Michael Carnes. And Methuen clearing it back in. And Michael Carnes clearing it back up, looking for Steinman. But Bellevue clearing it in for Methuen. And Kelly was hit. Methuen in front, and Jenkins tried to tie it up, but Methuen shot saved by Jenkins. Right in front. Methuen in front, but nobody there. Off the boards. Methuen misfires on that one. Steinman.
Chumps is going to have the numbers on this one.
And shot goes wide. Michael Carnes trying to keep it in, but Brian Carnes does. The Carnes brothers are out there. Shot by Kelly goes wide. And Methuen trying to get something going here, but it's been all Chelmsford this period. Right out in front, Bellevue. And clearing all the way down.
Icing call.
No icing.
No icing.
Brad Kelly for Rick Hajar. Let's see if Hajar can get a hat trick. Shot goes wide. That was taken by Carnes, or Curtis, I mean. In front. Battle in front, saved by Bonfiglio. So keep the coins out there, so they change it up. They got Scott Trahan and Brian Maccarell, the first line coming out for Chelmsford with 1:06 remaining. Great first period for the Chelmsford Lions going into the second period.
Very fast paced, leading 3-0.
Coin on the face-off.
Kept in by McCarthy.
1 minute to play in the period.
1 minute left in the period.
And there goes Keith the coin over the line. Good maneuver. Has Maccarell. Oh, and
so close.
Almost had that one.
Brian Maccarell just couldn't
And
get a stick on it.
And Methuen trying to ice it. McCoy keeping it in. Methuen shot. Hits the side of the net. Methuen trying to clear it out. McCarthy keeping it in. And they're calling that one a hand pass.
Hand pass.
Geez, they're calling everything now. I mean, you can grab the puck out of the air and lay it down on the ice, but they're calling that a hand pass since he booted it out of the air.
Well, I guess.
That was a very tricky call by the officials.
Yeah.
And Methuen trying to get a shot off here near the end of the first period. Methuen in front.
Nice save by Jenkins.
Great job.
Kick save.
And here goes Galpin over the line. Shot saved by Bonfiglio.
Deflected wide, puts back in front.
Save,
Galpin.
rebound. And that'll be it in the period. All Chelmsford this period. And they really killed off the penalty killing against Methuen. I tell you, what a great game for Chelmsford now.
Scoring summary for the first period is Coyne had the first goal, and then Rick Hajar had the next two goals, making the score 3-0 Chelmsford's favor.
Now as we see the teams filing off under the direction of head coach Jack Fletcher, along with Gordon Dunn, George Dixon, and Tommy Gallagher.
I'm really impressed. You know, this is the first time I've seen this team all year. And I'm really impressed by the way they played in this first period. Fast-paced, aggressive. And add 3 goals on to there, and they get the lead.
Oh, we see the athletic trainer, Dr. Connor Marcos. But the Chelmsford team has been doing very well under the direction of head coach Jack Fletcher. But I tell you, all season they've been working really hard. Their really toughest competitors was against Leominster at Wallace Civic Center. They won that game by a goal. They were up 6-3, and Leominster came back to score 2 quick ones. And but Chelmsford squeaked through with a 6-5 win. And then last week against Central, they squeaked by that one 6-5. Those were the 2 best competitors, but Central only had 1 win. Yeah, that would have been a tough loss for the Lions if they would have lost that one.
Yeah.
It seems whenever the defense picks it up, some of the offense, and that's how they're winning games, and that's the way to do it. Then do it, you know. And they got the goals, they got the players, got the speed. That's all you need.
But they also have a. They lead the league in, you know, penalty killing and also power plays. They've been doing well with that, and also scoring shorthanded goals.
Yep.
But you know, I haven't really seen any goalies score goals. So.
Yep. Yes.
But Chelmsford's been doing a lot with keeping the puck in their, you know, oppositions.
As we can see in this first period, I mean, the puck's maybe in the other zone, maybe a total of 5 times. I mean, Chelmsford dominated, simply dominated. And
well, at the end of the first period, the score is Chelmsford 3, Methuen Rangers nothing. As we get a shot of the Zamboni clearing the ice
that must
here
be
at the
fun.
Joe Telly Forum. Yeah. So this is Kurt Heinrich.
Drew Jenkins.
Brian Bates.
We'll be back for second period action on Channel 43 after this. Chelmsford Community Television sports coverage of Chelmsford High School hockey. We're coming to you from the Joe Telly Forum in Billerica. This is Kurt Heinrich along with
Drew Jenkins.
And special guest Brian Bates.
For Chelmsford Lions versus Methuen Rangers. We are told that we have an instant replay of one of the goals.
2 of the goals.
By Chelmsford.
Here's the first one.
And there it is.
On the right side of the net. Skinned right in there.
But Chelmsford leading 3-0 going here into the second period.
You got the first line out there. Keith Coyne centering Brian McEnroe and Scott Trahan.
And
with
Methuen just
Brad Kelly and Mike Carnes on defense.
and here goes Trahan.
Trahan has a shot against saved. There's a goal. Off the rebound by Brian McEnroe.
McEnroe, another goal. That's his first for the day. I 18 seconds into this second period, we already have a goal. 4-0.
That's Brian McEnroe's 11th goal, and so it's his 21st point.
And here goes Keith Coyne over the line.
Chelmsford goals scored by number 15, Brian McEnroe. Assisted by number 19, Scott Trahan. Time to goal, 18 seconds.
And here we go with Brian McEnroe dumping it in. Shot saved by Bonfiglio. And here goes Methuen breaking it up. Over the line, ridden up by Brad Kelly.
Nice takedown.
Behind the net, and McEnroe comes out with it. Looking for a coin.
A coin, all alone.
Oh, my gosh.
Coin.
Gaither Coyne. Uh-oh, he's just getting up slowly. He's still down. Seems to be all right. He took a hard hit into the net there.
See if we can get a replay on that.
Well, we got one of the
And we do.
TV club
5-0.
member crews on the bottom camera for Channel 43.
With 13 minutes and
I also like to make a
52
correction
seconds
on one of the instant
second
replays in the first period.
5-0.
One of them was by Pat Lee. I made a correction. Just want to make that correction because I gave credit to Brian Williams. And Michael Curtis's lines out there with Andy Galpin and Dave Robinson. Too far ahead. Chelmsford getting 2 quick goals. Andy Galpin for Curtis, but broken up by Methuen as they keep it in. Bruce Lindstead around the net. Ryan
Chelmsford goal.
Robinson.
Scored by number 5, Keith Coyne. Assisted by number 12, Brad Kelly. And number 15, Brian McEnroe. Time for goal, 1 minute and 8 seconds.
This is 18th goal of the season.
Oh,
what a
hit
hit by
Nice check
Lindstedt.
by Bruce Lindstedt. Wow.
Yeah.
Must have felt good.
He's going to feel that in the morning.
And Methuen trying to clear it out. Bruce Lindstedt sent that guy into next week. That was a beautiful hit by Bruce Lindstedt.
He'll be hurting for a while.
Yeah. That's going to
Get out the Tylenol, folks. That was a nice hit by Bruce Lindstedt.
Get the morphine out.
Now we got Michael Curtis's line out there with Andy Galpin and Dave Robinson with Bruce Lindstedt and Jason Ryan on defense. Ryan trying to keep it in, but could not contain it from Bruce Lindstedt. And Chelmsford tags up at the blue line, so they won't be offsides. Michael Curtis, kept in by Bruce Lindstedt, and Methuen clearing it out. Methuen trying to get something going here. They're down 5-0. They've already went on a couple power plays. Chelmsford killing them off effectively. And Methuen trying to get something going here. Possible 3-on-2. In front, but could not get a shot off. Shot goes wide at Jenkins. Jason Ryan for Bruce Lindstedt, and here goes Methuen over the line, clearing it back in. Back for it is Bruce Lindstedt. Lindstedt around the board, looking for Galpin. Galpin. Pass is intercepted by Methuen. And Galpin clearing it out. Chelmsford's got to get a change here. Over the line. And Jason Ryan around the boards for Robinson. Robinson moving up. Shot goes wide.
It's a line change for Chelmsford.
Well, because Jack Fletcher doesn't want people changing up in their own end. They would rather have him clear it and have him go in the Methuen end in order for them to change up. Well, we got 11:30 remaining here in the first period. 5-0 the score.
5-0.
Two quick goals by Chelmsford. Very good heads-up play by Chelmsford.
McCoy and Mackerel with the 2 goals of this period.
Brad Kelly on the play, clearing it out. And on the attack is
Garrett Greenwood on it. He has it in the corner.
in front. Hajar going for the hat trick. And we're tied up. Hajar going for that hat trick. He's already got 2 goals in the game.
Both coming in the first period.
I'd like to just remind people at home that on the main camera here, there's a little dot. It's just a chip in the lens. And
we find it annoying too.
just want to remind people.
Gets quite annoying after a while.
Gets quite annoying from the start. And here we go.
And behind the net. Methuen trying to clear it out, and Kelly trying to keep it back in, but Methuen clears it back out. All the way down to Michael Carnes. Michael Carnes has it behind the net. Methuen trying to get out in front. And here goes Michael Carnes off the boards. Greenwood has it. Hajar clearing it in. Hajar held up on the play. Methuen around the boards. Kelly trying to keep it in. Here goes Methuen off the boards. Michael Carnes clearing it back out. Back forward is Michael Carnes. And Michael Carnes around for his brother, Brian Carnes. Brian Carnes clearing it up off the boards. Chelmsford getting a quick change. And Paul Doherty's coming out.
This
Brad
is Chelmsford's fourth line. With McDonald, Doherty, and And number 17,
John Steinman. This is Chelmsford's premier fourth line of the varsity squad. And
still a very strong line.
Shot saved by Jenkins, goes wide. Steinman for Doherty, but kept in by Methuen. And Methuen just ices it, and it's going to be a nice and call on Methuen with 9:28 remaining.
That's a good thing with this type of offense. They score a lot of goals, and they get to have the players that don't get a lot of playing time get in there and for some experience.
Well, with these tough MVC teams, I think they do use Chris Jenkins in the net so they can stay in the game.
Exactly.
But if it's like a blowout, they'll probably
Jeff
Neild and Jay Cuneo. They use them in the first couple games of the season. There's Doherty trying to keep it in. Paul Doherty, who has a goal or two this season. And Ryan's shot goes wide of Bonfiglio. And Ryan keeping it in again. Around the net, in front from Stevenson. Doherty shot blocked.
Doherty was going for his second goal of the
in
season
front,
there.
and that was Bonfiglio making the save.
Doherty's got 1 goal and 3 assists, counting for 4 points. Nice shot of Bonfiglio there.
Now Chelmsford's first line comes out. Key to the coin with Scott Trahan and Brian Maccarell.
Nice shot of Jenkins now. Let's hope Chelmsford first line can score another goal.
In the corner. And Trahan keeping it in. Methuen trying to clear it out. And Kelly keeping it in, but delayed call, but Chelmsford tags up at the blue line. Methuen trying to clear it in. Kelly off the boards. Good hit there by Maccarell. And Michael Carnes behind the net. Carnes. Off for Trahan. A coin on the attack. Kept in by Michael Carnes. Maccarell keeping it in. Trahan shot. Hit the post.
Shot hits the post.
Hit the post.
Oh, wow.
Methuen. Jenkins plays it off the boards. Good hit there by Brad Kelly. Maccarell in on the attack. But broken up by Maccarell. Maccarell bringing it up. He's got Trahan in a coin. Around the boards. Trahan has it. Methuen trying to clear it out. Kelly keeping it in. And Methuen around the boards. Trying to clear it out. And they do. Barely. Oh, and a penalty coming up on Chelmsford on Maccarell for holding. And a delayed call as Maccarell's going out for holding with 7:09 remaining. So Chelmsford has not had a power play yet. You know, this is their Methuen's second or third power play.
Not too many penalties on Methuen so far.
No. So Maccarell, yeah, we're gonna get a instant replay on that hold by Maccarell. So Chelmsford on their penalty killing. Michael Curtis and Dave Robinson with Lindstedt and McCarthy.
Chelmsford penalty on number 15.
Saved by Jenkins.
1 minute and 30 seconds for holding. After penalty, 7 minutes and 51 seconds.
They saved by Jenkins.
Saved by Jenkins. In the corner. Shot. Chelmsford playing the box. Chelmsford does an excellent job when they... And Jenkins pokes it away. Good job by Jenkins. And Chelmsford clears it out by Bruce Lindstedt.
Comes another line change for Chelmsford.
And we got 40 almost 45 seconds left on the power play for Methuen. Bulio clearing it in. McCarthy around the boards. Bulio keeping it in. And broken up by a coin. Too far ahead of Trahan. A coin around the boards. Trying for a short-handed bid here for Chelmsford. A coin, and Bonfiglio ties it up, but has to play it. Nobody's on him. And Trahan breaks it up, but here goes Methuen on their last bid here.
3-on-2.
Save by
Jenkins.
Whoa.
Nice pad save.
And that'll do it in the power play for Methuen. They go 0 for 2 on their power play.
Mackerel checks back in.
And Trahan lost his stick, but picks it back up. Shot saved by Jenkins. And there goes Mackerel. He has a coin. Saved by Bonfiglio. Kept in by McCarthy, but Methuen bringing it out. Methuen backhand
Nice
save by
save
Jenkins.
again.
Mackerel putting it behind the net. And
Here
here
goes a
comes the
coin.
1-on-1.
Breaks it through. Nice save.
Nice glove save by Bonfilion.
Give him a hand for that one.
Good save by Bonfiglio. And Mackerel in front again. Goes wide of Bonfiglio.
We have Garrett Greenwood out there now in place of Scott Trahan. Kelly with it. Kelly pushes up the boards.
Brad Kelly. And Methuen clearing it back in. Good hit there by Brad Kelly. Chelmsford's got a lot of powerful hitters on this team.
Garrett
Rick.
Greenwood and Jason Ryan especially.
And Bruce Lindstedt.
Bruce Lindstedt had a nice hard check today already.
Rick Hajar fighting to keep it in.
About 4 minutes left in the second period.
And Michael Carnes skates out with it. Hajar. Greenwood's shot blocked by Walsh. And Hajar keeping it in. And Brian Carnes keeping it in.
And John Steinman out there now in place of Garrett Greenwood.
Good hit there by Kelly. Michael Carnes back for it. Methuen. That is a good shot. And Hajar for Steinman off the boards. John Steinman in the game.
Kelly with it.
Shot goes wide. Bonfiglio. Chelmsford's got a lot of talent on this team.
Definitely.
They got the height. They got the
Size, everything.
size and everything. Great goaltending.
Reminds me a lot of the 1995 team. They won the state title.
That's right. Not too long ago.
That team was mostly composed of seniors, so that's why I don't think we did pretty well the next year.
Here goes
We didn't-
Doherty has
Exactly.
Stevenson. Stevenson out there. Stevenson trying to look for Doherty. But broken up by Methuen. Methuen over the line. Good play by Jason Ryan to ride him off the puck. Oh, and Methuen hits their own players.
Here comes
Back in the
John
Chelmsford
Steinman
end.
pushing it up. Stevenson.
And here goes Methuen over the line. Shot and deflected up into the net.
1:55 left here in the second period. 5-0. Chelmsford.
Face off in the Chelmsford end. Michael Curtis with Andy Galpin and Dave Robinson with McCarthy and Jason Ryan. And Robinson just picks up the puck, skating up.
Robinson a 1-on-2. Now it's a 2-on-2.
Curtis has the puck. He's checked from behind, but no call. And Methuen trying to break it up. Broken up by Galpin over the line.
Good job.
Robinson has the puck. And Curtis keeping it in. Robinson picks up the puck. Still behind the net. Jason Ryan's shot goes wide. A Bonfiglio. And McCarthy was checked. Methuen breaking it up. Garin.
1 minute to play in the period.
Last minute. Shot. Saved by Jenkins. Easy save. And Robinson skating out with it. Passes it up. Robinson for Galpin. In the corner. Right out in front, nobody there. And here goes Methuen for their last bid. They change up. Jason Ryan around the boards for Robinson. Robinson clearing it out. 15 seconds left in the period. Oh, and broken up by a coin. Shot goes wide. Trahan clearing it out. And that's the end of the period.
Again, another fast-paced period, second period. 2 quick goals in the beginning and some nice defense towards the end.
As we see a shot of Coach Jack Fletcher, head coach. He's also the athletic director for the Chelmsford High School Lions.
He also teaches math at Chelmsford High School.
All around.
Man of
He's
many
also
hats.
the assistant coach of the football team,
yes.
who really didn't have a good year at
You know,
last year.
I hope I don't jinx Chris Jenkins by doing this, but he's going for his first shutout of the year, 5-0. And,
Don't say shutout yet until the end of the game. Well, Jack Fletcher looks to be in a good mood now since his team's in a 5-goal lead with goals by Mackerel and a coin, 2 quick ones, and then Rick Hajar scored earlier 2 goals in the first period along with Keith Coyne. So Rick Hajar and Keith Coyne both have 2 goals, looking for hat tricks going into the third period. And Methuen really hasn't had any shots on. I mean, they had maybe at least 10 shots during the whole game.
A much better period for Methuen, I would say. You know, again, Chelmsford obviously dominating, but much more aggressive. And
well, Methuen just this is probably their best period. But other than that, we're taking a look at the owner of the Joe Tilley Forum. We'd like to thank him for providing us with videotaping of all these games here at the Forum with the van. We'd like to also thank all the Joe Tilley Forum crews for helping us out.
looking at their schedule, it looks like the 2 toughest games are going to be against Billerica. From what I heard, that's the toughest opponent.
Well, Billerica and Tewksbury.
Yes.
And another game against Central Catholic. But then they come down to the Calhoun turn against Weymouth later on in February.
I believe I saw a couple of Billerica players here to scout the game.
Well, Billerica only has 1 tie of the season, but Chelmsford's they were rated higher than Billerica, but because they have Keith Coyne, who is the Merrimack Valley leader, and along with Scott Trahan and Brian Mackerel, and
I think Keith Coyne's chasing that record for the high school. I think it's the most goals. Correct me if I'm wrong. He deserves it. He's worked hard. It's been a big part of this team the past 2 years.
well, as in the Hockey Night in Boston magazine, Chris Jenkins was featured in that magazine, Chelmsford was rated number 7 on the poll
For the state?
for the state.
The state.
So we just have to really crank up the volume for the Chelmsford Lions,
Yep.
crank up the offense and defense. Plus they play a couple of Arlington Catholic, which is a non-league game also.
We gotta get them ready for the tourney, for the tournament at the end of the season.
So we hope they look. If they hold on for the third period, they'll come back with a. They'll go up 8-0 the whole year. That's if they don't let down in the third period. And then plus, if they really hold on for the rest of the season, beat Billerica, both at home and at Hallenburg, we'll have that on Channel 43 as well. So that'll do it for second period action here on Chelmsford Community Television. This is Kurt Heinrich.
Drew Jenkins.
And Brian Bates.
We'll be back for third period action on Channel 43 after this.
See ya. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome.
Welcome
to
back.
Joe Tully Forum with this matchup between Methuen Rangers and Chelmsford Lions. Now on goal for the Chelmsford Lions is Jeff Neal, replacing Chris Jenkins. And here we go. Keith Cohen trying to work with it. Gets cleared out of the zone. Mikey Carnes. And Methuen trying to get it out. They do. One-on-one. Mikey Carnes pushes it up, gets it out of the zone. Keith Cohen to Brian Macarow, back to Keith Cohen. Keith Cohen has a shot. There's a goal! Keith Cohen off his own rebound.
What a surprise.
Score now 6-0 in Chelmsford's favor. 30 seconds into the first period, or third period, excuse me. Had a
40
replay
seconds. 40 seconds.
40? Okay, yeah.
Come on, guys, do your math right.
And there's a hat on the ice.
Guys, Keith Coyne gets the hat trick here in the third period. 14:20 remaining in the third period. Michael Curtis with Dave Robinson and Andy Galpin with
Chelmsford goals.
Ryan and
Number 5, Keith Cohen.
Lindstedt.
Assisted by number 15, Brian Mackerel, and number 19, Scott Trahan. Time of the goal, 40 seconds.
So that was assisted by Mackerel and Trahan. Oh, and Jason Ryan tripped up, no call. Methuen has not had a penalty yet. Chelmsford had all the penalties. And Robinson just clears it down. Michael Curtis on the attack. Oh, and Lindstedt trying to keep it in, and Methuen, possible 3-on-2. Shot goes wide of Jeff Neal. And Curtis over the line. Across, the Galpin shot over the goalie, almost goes in. And Lindstedt for Robinson. And Chelmsford trying to get a quick change here. Garrett Greenwood, Rick Hajar, and Brian Carnes. Carnes over the line looking for Greenwood and Hajar. But broken up by Methuen. There goes Methuen over the line. Broken up by Brad Kelly. Kelly, good maneuver behind the net. Off for Greenwood, but Methuen trying to keep it in. Greenwood still has the puck. Greenwood for Brian Carnes. Bonfiglio trying to clear it out. Back for it is Kelly. Kelly for Brian Carnes. Methuen trying to at least clear it out. Methuen needs 7 goals to come back. I mean, to win this game and here in the third period.
I don't think it's going to happen.
And Kelly off the boards. Bill Marcotte is out there for the first time tonight. Marcotte clearing it in. Marcotte getting a change up with Rick Hajar and Garrett Greenwood and Brian Carnes. Brad Kelly. Jeff Neal leaves it off for Brad Kelly. Kelly, cross from Michael Carnes, off the boards. And McDonald clears it off the boards. Methuen trying to get something going here. Oh, and a good
nice
hit.
Kelly,
Kelly.
what a hit.
There goes McDonald. He has Steinman and Paul Doherty. McDonald trying to stuff it out in front. Around the boards, and Methuen just clears it. It might be, no, they wave it off. Michael Carnes for McDonald. McDonald in the corner. Methuen trying to clear it out. Simon keeps it in. McDonald, but Doherty. Shot saved by Bonfiglio, and a save. We got 10:38 remaining here in the third period in the game.
6-0.
That's right. Face-off will be in the Chelmsford end. I mean, in the Methuen end. So we got a replay.
Here goes Methuen.
Methuen over the line. And there goes Keith the Coin. Keith the Coin's line's out there. Possible 3-on-2. Trahan.
Number
Down
14.
player.
Looks like Garin is down.
And here comes Doc Economacos, the Chelmsford athletic trainer.
It's like he got the wind knocked out of him or something.
He was slashed. He was slashed. Keith the Coin with Brian Macarell and Scott Trahan, with Michael Carnes and McCarthy on defense.
No penalty.
And Methuen's going to change up. That was number 14, Garin, who got hurt.
Here comes the Coin. Oh, there's a fight going. Oh! Hey!
And almost a
good.
fight. Cody for, or Cote for
He's gonna swing
Methuen.
at him.
As McCarthy was taken down for no apparent reason.
And they're putting McCarthy in the box as well.
Little tension.
It's going to be a 5-on-5. Almost a fight broken off as McCarthy's helmet came out.
Looks like that might have been a little payback for the slash put on Garin, number 14 from Methuen.
Methuen trying to clear it out. Good maneuver by a Coin. And Methuen keeping it in. And front. Methuen barely keeps that one in. And Marcotte trying to clear it out.
Penalty on number number 4, Kevin McCarthy. Methuen penalty on number
Kelly with a what a wonderful
straight
hit there.
Jim Cody.
Wow.
Double minus for Ruffin. Time and penalty, 4 minutes and 47 seconds.
Things are getting vicious here in the third period as both teams are having a hitting competition here in the third period. In the corner, Methuen trying to.
I know what I want to see. I want to see Jason Ryan pull off a sweet hip check. Flip a guy.
Blocked by Kelly, goes wide. And clearing it out. Methuen dumps it back in. Ryan for Kelly. Head for a coin. Shot saved by Bonfiglio, rebound. And knocked loose. We got 8:33 remaining. Here in the third period, 6-0 the score. Keith Coyne getting a hat trick, and Rick Hajar with 2 goals. Hopefully,
His first 2 of the season.
yep. And Mackerel has 1.
Adding up to 6 goals.
Paul Doherty's line out there with Stevenson and Steinman. And Stevenson keeping it in, looking for Doherty. It's really getting vicious here in the third period. Both teams, you know, hitting at each other's, hitting at the players. Having like a hitting competition between both teams. See who has the hardest hit.
I think Chumps is going to win that one.
That's right. Ryan's shot, save, rebound by Steinman goes wide. Stevenson. Steinman for Stevenson. Ryan keeping it in.
He got
3
the
on
3
1.
on 1 going.
Good
Broken up
play
by
by
Lindstedt.
Lindstedt. Chomps are clearing it out. Chomps are doing an excellent job protecting Jeff Neal. There goes Ryan. And Methuen clears it out. Lindstedt off for Ryan. Ryan has Steinman for Doherty. And Methuen clears it out. Ryan for Lindstedt. Lindstedt for Stevenson. Clearing it in. Hit the post. Oh!
Andy Galpin
Andy Galpin.
with his first goal of the game.
And we got an instant replay here. And Andy Galpin with the goal.
He got him second or third game off of the disabled list now. He was out with a dislocated shoulder.
There goes Galpin. Galpin ahead for Curtis.
Scored by number 2, Andy Galpin. Assisted by number 9, Michael Curtis. Time of the goal, 8 minutes and 6 seconds.
Kelly keeping it in.
Backhand goes wide. Rebound. Robinson out in front. Nobody there. All blue shirts there in front of the net. Chomps doing a good job passing here this evening. Michael Carnes, shock, save, rebound. Oh, and Robinson almost collected that one. Curtis shot, save, rebound, and Bonfiglio ties it up. We get six
Nice close-up shot of Bonfiglio.
6 minutes remaining, and the clock's still winding down. They are running time. They are running time.
And looks like Methuen's going to change goalies.
Jay Nardian is in the net for Methuen. And that'll do it for Bonfiglio. He has 7 goals scored on him. Shot goes wide of Nardian. There goes Methuen over the line. Shot goes wide of Neal in front. Around the boards. Chelmsford trying to clear it out. Hand pass by, looks like by Methuen. And the clock is still running down. Since Methuen hasn't scored a goal. Still running down. Off the boards. Methuen clearing it in. Back for it is McCarthy. Around the boards. Shot goes wide and Neal. No penalty yet. Oh, we got a. Oh, and there goes Methuen over the line.
Nice breakup.
Shot blocked by Kelly.
Brad Kelly.
Around the boards, here goes Stevenson. Doherty, glove saved by Nardian.
Nice save. I do know one thing. This game would be a lot closer if they still had Jason Daigle in net.
Clock still running down. 3:35 remaining, and ticking. This is a fast-paced game, but outscoring game. Chelmsford outscoring, but doing 7-0. Hajar looking for the hat trick. A coin has a hat trick. Around the boards. Chelmsford keeping it in front. Greenwood's out there. Shot goes wide and Neal. Walsh has it, clearing it up. Good hit by Kelly. Over the line. Not much time remaining. Shot deflected wide. Tied up by Neal, with 2:35 remaining. Clock still ticking.
Just a quick statistic for you. Chelmsford's averaging about 6 goals per game, which is really high.
Shot caught by Neal. If Chelmsford can hold on for the last 2 minutes, they'll have their first shutout of the year.
As I said.
That's right. Your prediction is always correct.
Exactly.
And Lindstedt around the boards. Behind the net. Here goes Steinman off the boards. Walsh. Oh, good hit by
Takedown
Steinman.
by Steinman.
And McDonald on the attack. A little roughing here in the.
Oh, what a hit.
Good hit.
What a hit.
That's gonna leave a mark.
And McCarthy clearing it in. Steinman in the boards.
Nice takedown by Steinman.
Steinman. Little pushing there by Steinman. And Methuen clearing it out. We get the final minute left to play here in the game. Neal has it.
1 minute
Left in the period.
And Methuen clears it up into the Chelmsford crowd. 50 seconds and ticking. They're running the clock because no score for the Methuen Rangers. Chelmsford really outplaying Methuen.
This whole game has been Chelmsford. 30 seconds left. Looks like Chelmsford's going to end up 8-0.
And they're going to be a shutout for Jenkins and Neild.
Let's hope that Methuen doesn't all of a sudden come and get 8 goals in 9 seconds.
Chelmsford playing defensive right now.
And that's the
that'll
game.
do it.
There's the game.
Chelmsford's first shutout of the season. 7-0 the score.
What an aggressive outing here, too. Especially this third period.
If they play like this against Billerica next week, no problem.
I even see Brooker's size. Are they,
They're pretty average size. They have a couple big players, but you know, they're also undefeated with 1 tie. But you know, it's the way everybody plays. I mean, it's good sportsmanship. You know, it's
exactly. Very
But-
impressive win here.
even though there's a couple scouts here from Billerica.
Yep. A few players. I think it was an
I
assistant
think that
coach
looks like
over there
Scott
also.
Ybarro, who is the goaltender for Billerica.
So Chris Jenkins had another fantastic game. Jeff Neild contributing to the third period.
Both of them their first shutouts of this season.
Chris Jenkins coming up with a couple key saves for Chelmsford, and Jeff Neild keeping them in the game to promote them from doing the shutout. But it's going to be a very tough task against Billerica at the Hallenborg rink this Saturday. I mean, next Saturday, a week from today, on the 18th of
Should be
January.
a good game.
A very good game as well. We see the Chelmsford teams filing off. But that with goals by Keith Coyne, who has a hat trick, 3 goals, and Rick Hajar with 2, Macarell with 1, and Galpin with 1. And Jenkins and Neal with the shutouts for Chelmsford. So that mainly brings their goals for up to 53-21.
You can
Right.
add 3 to Keith O'Coin's total, and he'll have 19 goals.
So he'll be up to an even 30 points of the whole season. So it's going to be a very good matchup between Chelmsford and Billerica next week. But Chelmsford's got one other game coming up this week against
Andover.
Andover. That'll be at Merrimack College. And we will be videotaping that game for you. But as we wrap up things here at Joe Telly Forum, any last words from Drew or?
We still haven't got that black dot off the camera there.
Oh,
Well, we got to get that one off of there.
yeah,
I think that would include replacing the
it's a
lens.
part of the lens on the camera,
Big
which
chip in
is
the lens.
exposed. But overall, Chelmsford did outplay Methuen.
Yes. Methuen just couldn't get it going today. Chelsea came away with that one.
Now, how do you think they did overall, Drew?
I think it was a really good game. Basically a blowout for Chelmsford. Keith Coyne putting on the Jets. Not quite as many goals as in one of the other games, but the whole team did very well.
Well, Chelmsford stands at 8-0 of the whole year until they meet Andover and Billerica next week. Well, I'd like to thank Tom Peterson, the director, and
All the cameramen,
all the cameramen,
Justin Benoit,
and Patrick Lee, and Shashin, and Joe Picard, and Brian Williams, and me, Kurt Heinrich, along with Drew Jenkins and Brian Bates. This has been a production of Chelmsford Community Television. And we'll see you all again soon against Billerica. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.
Oh boy.